everybody, back with another one. I'm back here with my partner, Mr. Bag. Today we're going to go over the basic kicks. Now, these kicks, they come in different styles, different names, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the basics of how each one works. So, the first kick is going to be the snapping or the front kick. Now, I designate them two different things, and you're about to find out why. Both of these are chambering kicks. Now, a chambering kick is, well, you're going to chamber your leg. So, let's go over the first one, which is the snapping kick. Okay, now the snapping kick, you're going to chamber your leg. Okay, I'm going to start with my left leg, and I'm going to hit with the top of my foot. Okay, also called the instep. So, if you're holding your foot right here, this top part where your shoelaces go, that's the part of the foot that you're going to hit with. Now, I'm going to use Mr. Bag. I'm going to hit him right here at the bottom. Okay? Now, when I'm kicking, I'm going to chamber my leg, knee straight up. Try to bring it as close to the chest as you can, because you want to try to kick above the belt, or at least belt level. Okay? But Mr. Bag's bottom part is a lot lower, so I'm not going to go ahead and kick too high. Not until the next one, which is the front kick. So, I'm going to bring my foot up, I'm going to point my toes down, and when I extend, I keep my toes pointed so I don't hurt my toes. If I try to kick like this and I hit with my toes, I'm going to hurt my toes. So no matter which foot, I'm going to chamber and extend. Now the snapping kick is going to be done fast. So with my left leg, I'm going to do it in front of the camera, right here, up and down, quick, okay? Once again, I'm going to do it slower this time. Once again, knee comes up, foot extends out, point my toes, back, and then down, okay? Full speed, up and down, okay? Quick, point the toes. Next one is the front kick. Now this one is exactly the same as snapping kick. The only difference is the foot placement. Where am I going to hit Mr. Bag? I'm going to go ahead and hit him right here in the center, okay? Now, this part of the foot, I'm going to use the ball of my foot, okay? I'm going to hold my toes back. I'm not going to use the heel. I'm going to use this part right here. It's called the ball of the foot, okay? So when I do the exact same kick, but I'm going to use the ball of my foot. Same thing, ball of my foot, and then back down. So it's still the same chambering method, same extension, and it still comes back the exact same way as the front or the snapping kick. So both of these are front kicks. One is a snapping, my toes pointed down, toes pointed. The other one is the front, where I use the ball of my foot. Okay. Next is the round kick, also known as a roundhouse kick or a diagonal kick. Now I'm going to show you the two methods of using it. Okay. First one is the pivot method. The pivot method is where you chamber, pivot, and then you extend out. Toes still pointed on this one. You don't want to hit with your toes because you're going to hurt your toes. Okay? This pivot, the best way to go ahead and to do it is to stand on your tippy toes and go back and forward. Staying on your tippy toes until you get used to it, then go to one leg and do it. Okay? Then the other leg and do it. Okay? Once you're used to that, that's the pivot. It's the easiest way I can explain it. You don't want your heel to touch the ground. You just stay on your tippy toes the entire time. So, with this one, I'm going to hit Mr. Bag. Now, I'm going to point my toes so I don't hurt my toes. When I pivot, I'm just going to turn my leg just slightly and snap out and then back down. Okay? With that, no matter which leg I use, I'm going to snap and snap, okay? Facing the camera when I'm fighting, I'm going to go ahead and come up, pivot, snap, then down. Slower this time, up, pivot, snap, and then back, okay? The next one is the stepping round kick, which is something that we use in Muay Thai. With this one, you still want to point your toes, and you still want to hit with the instep or the top of the foot. I say shoelaces because it's the easiest thing to think of. Because you don't put your shoelaces on down here, you don't put it in the back, and you don't put it in the front, you put it right here on the top. The instep. Okay? In Muay Thai we use something different. We actually use our shins. But I'm going to show it with my foot. Now this one is called the stepping, because instead of pivoting, you're actually just going to step out. So with this one, you step out and then you swing your leg. A lot of other martial arts will say that it's a baseball swing. And it's true, it is a baseball swing, because you're swinging your leg. There's not much of a bend, there's just a swing. Okay? Now, this is not the preferred method unless you're specializing in Muay Thai or any type of fighting that has to do with your shins or striking really hard specifically. So it just depends on what you're going to go ahead and do. Now, next one is a Sidekick. This is another chambering one. Now, there are two spots of the foot that you can use. Okay? It just depends on which art. This first part is the heel. So this back part of the foot. And the second one is the blade. So that part of the foot. Okay? So with the heel or the blade, so this back side or the side, it depends on which style you're doing, but the method is exactly the same. So Mr. Bag is going to get hit again. So what I want to do from this standing position, I'm going to stand sideways so I can hit Mr. Bag, because it's a side kick. I'm going to chamber up, I'm going to extend out, chamber back, and then down. Okay? I usually hit with the blade of my foot, but just for this video, I'm going to do it with my heel. Okay? From here, chamber, kick, and back down. So, when you're doing it, I'm going to do it this way to you guys. So from here, chamber, back down. Okay? The kick, this is just a standing one. There is a stepping one, step together. There is the step behind. There is a jumping one. So, there's different kinds, but this is the most basic one. Next one is a back kick. Where are you going to kick? Behind. Okay? So, with this one, you're going to also use the heel. Okay? Heel of the foot. Now, I'm facing away from Mr. Bag. I'm going to turn so I can see him. I'm not going to turn my entire body when I kick. I'm just going to turn my head, pick up my leg to chamber right here in the front, extend straight back, then back to the front, and then down. Okay? So once again, I'm going to go from here, look behind me. Mr. Bag is trying to go ahead and swing and hit me. I'm going to chamber, back down, nice and quick. Okay? Again, chamber, back, and down. Very simple, very easy. Sorry, my paper just fell. Okay? And then the last one, which is an axe kick. Now, there are three types of axe kicks. There's the outside axe kick, which comes from the outside. There's the inside, which comes from the inside. And then there's the center axe kick, which is comes from the center. So with the outside one, I'm going to use my left leg, go to the outside, and then straight down. This one, you still are using your heel of your foot because you're coming down with the heel. Outside, up, and straight down. Inside comes from the inside, then straight down. Center comes from center, bending your knee, chambering it, up, and then straight down. You want to extend your leg, not fully, because once again, you don't want to hurt your leg. Just like with the punches, you don't want to fully extend your elbow, same thing with the leg. Don't want to fully extend it because you can hurt your knee. Okay? So, full time or real time, the outside, up, and then down. Inside, up, down, and center, up, and down. Okay? Now, another kick that I'm going to go ahead and show you, which is called a push kick, or pushing kick. depending on what you want to call it. Similar to the front kick, where we use the ball of the foot, okay? The pushing kick, or push kick, uses the entire bottom of your foot. And just like the name implies, you're pushing. So you're still going to chamber like the front kick, so front kick, chamber, or snapping kick, you still chamber. But with the push kick, when you chamber, you're actually going to come up and push out. Okay? It's the exact same way of doing the front kick, snapping kick, but instead, you're actually going to push hard. With the front kick and snapping kick, you snap out, snap out. With this one, you actually push. Okay? Thank you so much for watching.